I'm going to start this video with how to get the airbag out. On the first part, there is a hole in the side of the steering wheel. This is what I'm using. It's just a Torx. It's just a blunt end screwdriver, basically. Nothing special. But you slide it through that hole, and you can see right there where it's coming through. And there's a little guide right there. You want to pull the screwdriver towards you, and then it's going to take you a while to figure this out, but you got to get it right back. Like, look, I went too far. You'll have to just feel where it's going to go right in, and you'll start feeling a little bit of a spring action, and you just push it over and pull on the airbag, and it pops right out. So just a little, you know, if you pull back too hard, you'll go too far. You want to just kind of drive it, send it straight in, and like right now I'm not hitting it, so there we go. You just got to feel for it. You'll get the feel for it after messing around for a minute. Concentrating on the airbag on this 2013 Ford Taurus. It was blown, and I needed to get a new one. I got a new one in the mail. So the biggest problem was when I went to take this off, I couldn't get all these connectors out. I have one somewhere. So here's part of the connector. Whenever the airbag goes off, the explosive charge is very hot, and it melts things. Like, it melted all these connectors. So the first thing I need to do is switch these connector ends with some new ones off of eBay. And this is what they look like. Nothing special. But these will be able to plug into my new airbag. So my game plan for this, since all of the ends and everything are still good on these airbags, I am going to put the new connector ends onto these plugs, because there's no need to change the whole wiring, and I don't really want to hardwire them on there. I can and use some low temperature solder sleeves, but I would rather just have the new connector on the old wires. You can see right here, it melted the shielding that it's in just a hair, but it doesn't go down into the wires, so I'm not worried about any damage to the wires below that. My first step before I put the airbag on is I'm going to check. I bought this off of eBay. It was $100, and it is a ABS and airbag reset tool. So I'm going to try. I don't know. Here's the thing with this video is I don't know anything about these, and I didn't going into it. So I did what research I could, and it appears that once the airbag computer has been set off, I don't think it'll set off the airbag again, but I'm not positive. I don't want to go and put the new airbag in directly and then try to reset it with this and then have it blow before I actually get to reset it. So I'm going to investigate prior to installing the airbag with this. I'm going to plug it in, see the codes, see if I can clear the codes, disconnect the battery, and then hook these up and then install the airbag. Turn the battery back on, or plug the battery back in, and check it again with this to make sure the airbag codes are gone. That's what this video is going to be about. If you're interested in it, stick with me. Like I said, airbag was blown, so I'm in uncharted territory, but you can see what I'm trying to do here. So these connectors and the codes will be the first thing. Okay, so here's the new airbag, and it is keyed. You can see, I don't know, maybe you can, maybe you can't see, but this yellow connector is keyed so it'll fit into this slot, and the black connector, while it's not hooked up, is keyed. Can you see that? You see how it's keyed? It's got the, so they're only going to go in one way, and it'll slide right in and hook up to that. So I'm going to change this on the other one, and then this should be good. Got this off of eBay for $200. Not too bad. You know, it is what it is. But I don't blow it again. Okay, so like I was saying before I got a phone call, is that I have all these codes. I was hoping I wasn't going to have the collapsible steering wheel code. Probably going to have to send that sensor to be rebuilt for $75. The seatbelt pretensioner is going to be something that I'm going to have to look into. I think it's just I'll have to get a new actual seatbelt tensioner and install that. But this is all extra money that I didn't plan on, so it's going to be more than I thought. But here's the codes. B00051, B00 Alpha 009, B1193, B0001.13, B007 Echo 13, B002. So I'm going to clear all these. F1, I'm going to save them first. 3. Okay, so it's going to have those codes saved, and then I'm going to want to go back to the top. If there is a top, or it just keeps going. Okay, I'm going to clear the codes. Is the ignition switch on? Yes. Codes cleared. F3, okay. Read codes. F3, let's see what it says now. Now the code. Okay, and appears as they're all still there. Okay. I'm going to shut this down, disconnect the battery, install the airbag, and hopefully when we turn it back on, it doesn't blow. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to put this airbag back in. The battery is disconnected. Airbag's back in. Now, I'm going to turn it back on, and hopefully you don't witness the airbag blowing up and me wasting $200 or maybe $300, or I don't know. However much it's going to cost me to fix this if this blows up again. I'll be severely disappointed, but I don't know, and I can't find much on this on YouTube or the internet, so we'll see. Here we go. Power back on it. Let's do another build-in test with this. Okay, so seatbelt pretensioner, collapsible steering wheel. This is what I might have to send this crash event storage full and locked. There's a good chance I'm gonna have to send the Restraint computer out to get that wiped clean, and then that's $50. Post a link in the description down below where to get it done, but I'm gonna have to figure out the rest of this stuff first. Okay, so looking into this airbag system more, I have to take the airbag computer out. As you saw the codes, I got to take the airbag computer out. I have to take the driver's side seat belt, both ends of them, because there's two different discharge points, and I got to drop this steering wheel down and take the steering wheel compression sensor out. So I have a decent amount of work so far. I'm getting down to it. I had to take all of this stuff off. I started with the back. I took this cover off, and then that gave me access to the sides. I took each side off, and then I took these side panels off. Now I'm going to take these side panels off. They just pop out of here with clips. This top one goes and the bottom one goes, and then it'll all come out. And eventually this whole assembly, I'm going to loosen those 4 screws, and that this assembly will come out. There was clips to take the cover off of this, so I didn't have to take the whole thing out. So took two back clips, 2 front clips, little cover pops off, and then you can lift this up and slide it down through the assembly there. So take these covers off, and some more screws. Driver's side off, you have to take the panel underneath the steering wheel off. I'm gonna have to take it off anyways, but that pops out of there. Okay, so I took a whole bunch of screws out on the side, on each side, 2 screws up front, 4 screws there, and now it's accessible. So I can get it out now, but first I'm going to undo I'm gonna undo all of the seat belt, because I'm gonna need the steering wheel back. So I'm gonna take all the seat belt stuff out, put the seat back, drop the steering wheel down, disconnect the battery, and then take that out. So all 3 things that I'm gonna send in, the seat belt, the steering wheel sensor, and the airbag computer will all be out. And then I'll just have to wait for a new one to come, or not, get for them to be rebuilt at, I forget the name of it, something Airbags. I'll put a link below. Okay, so driver's seat belt. You gotta pop the panels off of here. There's 1 screw right here in the top panel. It goes in right there, you can see. And then this is I think it's a T50 Star. I have a T45, that's what I took it out with. I don't have a T50, so. And then there is a 13mm bolt here to get the bottom off. And then this comes out, and you can take it all out from there. Now I'm going to move the seat back. There's 2 plugs, one there and one on the other piece. Move the seat back and do the steering wheel. All right, this is all the airbag, or not the airbag, the seat belt pieces here. You got to separate this off of the bottom seat belt strap, and then once that is done, you need to take this clip off. Okay, so you got that clip off, you pull this out, and that slides out. You want to keep this together, and when you do that, back here, this wants to come out. Go ahead and push this back down so you can slide that back out, and then put your clip back on. Now I can take the rest of the seat belt out of that piece. And that's it. This is ready to go in for repair now. Now I need to do the steering wheel sensor. Okay, bottom trim. 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this should slide out and drop down to give me enough room to get that sensor out. Okay, it did drop down some, but not enough I don't think enough for me to get that out. So I'm gonna have to remove this shield. It's 2 7mm bolts and 2 10mm bolts down here. Okay, now I just got to get to the deal there in the middle. All my stuff came back from myairbags.com, so I'm going to be reinstalling them on the Taurus. This was wiped clean. This was rebuilt. I don't know if I showed it to you before, but the bottom end was sticking out. That's how you know it was blown. Now the top end is sticking out, so that's good. There's no real indication on this to show that it was good or it's good now. So just gonna take their word on it, and the computer will tell me if it's not. I wanted to show you the difference between this is a good lower half of the seatbelt. This is, I think, the pretensioner C on the thing. I believe that's A, and this is C. This is a good one. You can see how it's full length. This is a bad one. You can see how it's collapsed down in there. And in the back, you could see right there, you see how that cable is real close to the end. So on the end of this, you could see how far down in this one is. It's a good, I don't know, 2 inches further than this one. So that's the difference between good and bad. Now I just got to reinstall this stuff. I hope I showed you enough of the disassembly to see, you know, how it all comes apart. If not, you'll figure it out. If you're getting this far into it, you'll figure it out. So I'll put it back together, and then I will bring you back and let you know what's going on. All right, I wanted to take a quick second and show you the collapsible steering wheel. So this is the collapsible steering wheel, and that is the little button on top of the collapsible steering wheel. When you're in a wreck, it discharges and sends this button down, so it will allow this part right here to collapse together. So when they rebuilt it, it's popped up now. So that's how that works. You don't need to buy a whole new steering column, because this is the movable part right here. When that pin drops out, it allows this to collapse. So now that it's rebuilt, it's held on with this plate, so it won't allow it to collapse unless it goes off again. Okay, everything's hooked up, and I turned it on. I had a ton of codes. I had to clear the codes, and I still have these two codes: occupant classification system. So if they keep the airbag light on, I'm gonna have to do some research into them. But those are the only two codes left after I cleared them. They will not clear, so I'll have to look into that. But let's see if the lights go out, if the airbag light goes out. So I've done everything I could think of right off. I've checked the wiring. I've done everything I read online, and there's some sort of bladder in the passenger seat. I'm in the passenger seat right now, but there's a bladder in the passenger seat that senses weight, and it needs calibrated. I don't have a snap-on scanner that would allow me to clear or calibrate this seat, so I'm either going to have to take the car somewhere and have it calibrated, which is a possibility. I don't want to do it. I don't want to spend that money. Or I have a seat out of the 2015 totaled car that I bought as a parts car for this. So I have that actually in my car right now, because I was going to take parts of it off to sell on eBay. So I'm going to put that seat in this spot and see if that code goes away. Seat's out, real simple. 4 screws, 2 on the back, 2 on the front. And a plug right there, and that's it. Classification system again. Okay, so with the seat calibration, the scanner I have is not nearly expensive enough. So I've got a buddy that has top of the line stuff, and we're going to try to calibrate the seat to get that airbag code to go away. It's the first time you've ever used this? Nice.
Brand new out of the box. He called me this morning. He's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm bringing you your scanner." I'm like, "Oh, sweet." Okay.
What do you think it'd be under? Special function, maybe? Chassis? Nope.
We're gonna figure it out.
Brake monitoring, service function? Yeah, there it is. Passenger seat weight sensor re-zeroing. Communicating. Assumption. We'll change the vehicle status. Okay. Fantastic. Set the ignition switch to on. It is. Seat must be on 42 degrees, just like Snap-on one said. All good. May be equipped with optional multi-contour seat. How would we know that?
Some vehicles may be equipped with an optional MCS multiple contour seat. To identify if the vehicle is equipped with MCS, refer to the HM1 to verify. If the bladders and bolsters are not deflated, the function may not complete the reset.
Let's just let's say no to that and see what happens.
Okay.
Unable to perform. Okay, so maybe it is the MCS seat. Okay.
Sure, the seat's off. It says it's off. Okay, ensure that the seat message feature is off.
It is.
It's off. Sit. Use the seat switches to set the pressure to 0. Press OK to continue.
Okay.
Set the ignition switch. Set the ignition switch to off.
Okay.
Set the ignition.
Processing.
Unit operation has been signaled. Perform the following. Exit the passenger seat.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty then.
It's what? It's processing.
Slowly thinking.
Yeah. Unable to perform test function. Okay, so it didn't work the first time, as you saw in the video, and we did the exact same thing again, and it worked that time. It said test pass after that. So I'm sitting in the seat right now, and the airbag is on. So we're running through the diagnosis test to make sure it doesn't say that anymore. Okay, so all those faults are cleared. You need someone with a good scanner to make that happen. I'm gonna put in this video all the, you know, after we reset it, we had to go back through and clear all the codes again, even after the reset. So I hope this video helps you. All my airbag stuff is not a problem anymore. Yeah, like I was saying, all my airbag stuff is not a problem anymore. I have over 500 bucks in the airbags on this car. I didn't think I was going to have anywhere near that, but I do. So I hope this video helps you. Maybe you can gather something from it. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. Please subscribe. That helps me if this video helps you. If this video helped you, Please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. That helps me, and I'd appreciate it. Thanks.